Good day, good people. Good day. I am SherVonne Grose, marriage and family therapist, and I am your host of Wow, Wish Only Well live television broadcast. I apologize that we are running just a few minutes behind, but nevertheless, we are moving forward. It is a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday indeed. It is a good day to wow someone, and my special guest and I have come to wow across the world, and by wow, I mean to wish only well. You know how we do it on Wednesdays. Yes, we come to encourage, inspire, and to motivate you to get on and stay on your road to greater. Listen, you guys have probably already see that I have the fabulous, the phenomenal Lady Laurona Phelps that is before us today. And before Lady Laurona Phelps comes in her own special way, I want to give you a little bit of information about her because there is definitely more to her than meets the eye. Lady Laurona Phelps is a mover and shaker in the kingdom, marketplace, and beyond. Lady Phelps responds to the clarion call of ministry in a completely non-traditional platform. I want to move beyond the walls and constraints of traditionalism, says Lady Phelps. Lady Phelps is a powerful woman of God who lives the aforementioned vision by meeting people where they are without judgment, but with love, relatability, and authenticity. Working relentlessly yet humbly in a progressive ministry, she is the creator of Boss Christian Chick Incorporated, MAGG, which is Mothers Against Guns and Gangs, and the Lady Boutique, all of which she has used as her platform to provoke women to embrace their full potential. Lady Phelps hosts an annual women's conference. My pain is pushing me into my purpose, which was birthed out of the tragedy of losing her firstborn son, Samuel. The conference speaks to addressing one's transparent truths about hardships and disappointment and seeks to uplift people from a place of despair to a place of hope. Currently, Lady Phelps offers seeds of wisdom and practical encouragement for authentic living every Tuesday and Thursday through her Provoking Moments segment via Facebook Live. Lady Phelps has coined the phrase. I love this phrase. I may not be for everybody, but I'm for somebody. And girl, fix yourself. Both of which empower people to look again at self, embrace their uniqueness, and seek to address hidden challenges. In addition, she is a high ranking leader in a major credit repair company to help all generations to be fiscally responsible. Bishop and Lady Phelps are the proud owners of the New Faith Early Learning Center and the New Faith Academy located in Stockbridge, Georgia. On the horizon, Lady Phelps is preparing to launch a second book, create a stage play for her first book, and expand her ministry outreach to international regions. Lady Laurona Phelps is a loving mother to Samuel, Emmanuel, Daisha, Eusebio Jr., Christian, Mia, and grandmother to Iceland. She serves in ministry alongside her loving husband, Bishop Eusebio Phelps Sr., pastor of New Faith Christian Church, who is also a serial entrepreneur and a giant in the ministry. Bishop Phelps owns innovative construction, auto world, and a real estate investment firm are just a few of his business endeavors. Bishop Phelps has also founded 3 campuses of New Faith with plans to expand to Florida. How exciting! And the Carolinas in the near future. Currently, there is New Faith Atlanta, New Faith Stockbridge, and New Faith Macon. Welcome, Lady Laurona Phelps. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello, SherVonne. Listen, I am just wowed to be here. Can I just use that? Can I have that wow moment?
You
I am
certainly can.
wowed to be here on this Wednesday. I think it's absolutely phenomenal what you are doing, and I'm encouraged to be on your platform. It is an honor on today, and I pray that we're able to provoke somebody to
Yes.
live again.
Yes, yes, I love it. I love it so much. I'm so excited. I mean, beyond excited to have you here to talk about. I mean, you have so many wonderful things that you have going on, but above all things, you are a woman of God, and that is just awesome, just phenomenal. I like the fact that you're not just a sitting lady, first lady or elect lady or leading lady of your church, but you're very active in doing things. And so, tell us about New Faith in terms of the church, your church family, and the daycare that you have.
It's so amazing that you your last sentence was talking about my wonderful husband, Bishop Eusebio
Yeah.
Phelps. I got a phone call before I actually got on your broadcast, and he said, "Lady Phelps, we are clear to close. We're clear to close in Macon." We're absolutely excited. This season has been a phenomenal season for our ministry, a phenomenal season for our businesses.
Mhm.
But Bishop and I are so transparent, and we believe that our story, our testimony, was designed to pull people out. So it's just as much as I celebrate our SherVonne, I'll celebrate the goodness of the Lord. I'll celebrate what He has done, but I'll never forget what He's brought us through. We went through many trials, many tribulations with getting to this point. And so I like to always encourage people. Yes, you see the glitter. Yes, you see the glam. Yes, you see the other side, but we had to be processed through this. We had to go through some things. Our faith had to be processed. We had to know Him as Jehovah Jireh. Bishop and myself have always been entrepreneurs. I come from a family full of entrepreneurs. Bishop is a mover and shaker in the marketplace. However, I know when we first came into ministry, God had to let us know Him as Jehovah Jireh. We
Mm,
had to
say
know
that.
Jireh in a different type of way. So He stripped us. We went through a stripping process, and now we're on the other side. So I don't like to tell the glittery part of it without saying, but before this, because I like to encourage people, especially being in a global pandemic. People have lost loved ones, they've lost things. And I like to encourage them to hold on. And I like to say it like this. My mother used to say it like this: trouble don't last always.
Woo,
And
what
I'm
she
here to encourage you. So we're on the upside of ministry. We're on the
say?
upside of business. New Faith Atlanta, New Faith Stockbridge, and now New Faith Macon.
Oh my
Yes, New Faith Early Learning Center and New Faith Academy. God has been so good. It took faith to go in there. You'll have to cut me off when you need to cut me off, because I could talk on. I could go on and on
You are
about His
you
goodness. But
are
I
at this.
remember
Yes.
starting the daycare with just one child. I remember following the vision and Bishop telling me that the Lord had told him that it was time for us to launch the school. And to be very honest with you, SherVonne, I didn't want to do it at the time. And that's why I come to tell a lot of people in ministry, when I bump into people, that your purpose is not always fulfilled in a pleasurable place. Sometimes your purpose is fulfilled in places that are not necessarily pleasurable at the time. I come from the beauty industry. That brought pleasure to me. I enjoyed it. But a lot of times God will launch you into the next part of your life, and you don't have any clue on what He's doing. And it's not always a pleasurable place. But I came to let you know that healing came in that place for me. God took those children, and I say it like this: I got a Job testimony.
All right.
He gave me double for my trouble.
Oh my
Yes, He did. I can't ever say any of them could replace my son Samuel, who I buried in 2013. But what I can tell you is that when I walk into that center and I'm able to see all of those 70 something smiles, I can say He gave me double for my trouble.
Oh my goodness. Such an awesome testimony. Just such an awesome testimony. And I so appreciate the fact that you're willing to be transparent about it didn't just start here where you are at this moment. There was a beginning, and that should encourage our listeners, our viewers today, to see that there has to be a beginning, and it is a process. If you can just stick through it, right? God is moved by faith,
Absolutely.
and just having that faith. And so just hearing your testimony is just awesome, and to just see how God has blessed the ministry under you and your husband is just simply amazing. I mean, words just can't even describe how awesome that is, just to hear you talk about that. Awesome, just awesome. So I know that you have also, you're an author. So you've written one book, and I read that you're looking at turning that book into a play, and you're working on your second book. So tell me, how did that come about?
Oh, yes. The first book is amazing. It's absolutely amazing because it's my story. So I
Mhm.
think everyone should think that their story is absolutely amazing. But it's my life. It talks about the different transitions of my life. It talks about me burying my oldest son and what that looked like as far as the pain, how I bumped into purpose. But I realized in that I wrote that book in an incomplete place. And so, of course, I got to come back and give the part two because I was running so hard. I was moving so fast that I was in that moment. But I didn't realize I had to go through a healing process. I had to go through a grieving process. So I want to talk about what that looks like. So I'm excited to do the part two of that book and also provoke to live again. That's we're gonna do that book, Provoked. Of course, the provoker has to write a book about provoking.
It could be
Yeah,
no
we're
other way.
excited about that. So we're working on it now. That book is expected to be out in March.
Oh, awesome. Just awesome. Listen, so you mentioned about provoking. I love your provoking moments. You do those on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I cannot tell you how many times you have just blessed me tremendously from
Wow.
listening to you say, just speak over. I can be in the midst of something and I can
Wow.
listen to you and it gives me motivation to keep going.
Wow.
Sometimes I will just I know I remember specifically one day I was walking in a public park and I was listening to you, honey. Before I knew it, my hands was flying everywhere, and I was just
Wow.
running. And I know that people were like, "That what's going on with her?" But I wasn't even concerned about what they thought of me at that particular moment because I needed to get my praise. I needed a
Wow.
breakthrough, and listening to you gave me what I needed to know that God was still on the throne and that he was still blessing and that he had not forgotten about me.
Wow.
So I mean, that's just how powerful it is. And guess what? I had to do my own live. You had done it that Tuesday. I was listening to it that Wednesday morning, and I had to do my own Facebook live. And that was something that I struggled with being able to do. But just hearing you, I mean, it set me on fire. So by the time 1 o'clock came, it was no problem for me to push that live button to go live because I knew that I was not alone and that God is true to his word. He never leaves us and he never forsakes us. And so that gave me just that momentum, that
Wow.
push that I needed to keep going. So tell me about your provoking moments and how it all got started. I remember making money and then and then the provoking moments. So tell us about that.
Oh, I wish I could start this off by saying, hey, it just happened. I was full of confidence and I woke up one day and said, girl, you get ready to do this. It's amazing. It actually it was birthed out of Mac and Money. I've always been SherVonne, very witty. I always had a
Mhm.
creative mind, being able to come up with great ideas out of the box. And it was so amazing. I was talking to Minister Stephanie Hughes. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do Mac and Money. And that's why I always say in my provoking moments, have somebody around you that has the ability to provoke you to your next. And
Absolutely.
in that moment of hype, I didn't realize it was provoking then. She said these words, First Lady, you should go live every day. And of course, I committed to it. I was like, yes, I definitely should go live every day. And it was amazing because it's been said anything you do for 30 days, you all either gain new habits or break old habits.
Hmm.
And so for 30 days straight, under a provoking, unknown provoking moment, Minister Stephanie said these words, and I put my word out there. And when I put my word out there, I got to cash the check. I'm not getting ready to take it back in. But
Exactly.
I didn't
Exactly.
realize I had all of these walls. I didn't realize that I was in an invisible cave.
Hmm.
Though I had a great idea, though, like sometimes you can be sitting on great ideas and you don't realize that you're literally living in a cave. You go around talking about these ideas for years. Yes, you have a creative brain. Yes, you were born for ministry. Yes, you were born for the marketplace. Yes, you were born to pivot in everything you're doing, but yet you've been sitting in that same place for 3 and 4 and 5 years. And I didn't realize it SherVonne, into the first day when I got ready to hit the live. I was like, wait a minute. My hands began to get, my palms were sweaty. I was like, oh God, I fumble over my words. I can't believe that
Yes.
I agreed to do this. I don't want to be on live. That means I got to fix myself and be together every night for 30 days. But I didn't realize that God was breaking something. And it's so amazing why he was breaking something in me and building up something in me. It became, listen, I want to say that again because that got good to me. God will break something while
Mm.
he's building something in you. I
Yes.
want to say that one more time because it got good to me. God, while he's breaking you, a lot of times
Mm.
we're concentrating on the breaking season of the breaking moments. But while he was breaking me, he was yet building me. He was breaking those walls of insecurities. He was pulling me out of the cave. He pulled me out from tape being over my mouth and being trapped in insecurity. So while I was being broken, I was being built up. And let me tell you something about when God begins to build you up, it becomes contagious, and something happened and everything began to shift. It went from money and makeup and makeup to a provoking moment. And all of a sudden I would say, can I provoke you? And I didn't know that God was setting me up for a ministry that would go worldwide. And I said, I don't know who I'm talking to on tonight. And
Mm.
all of a sudden, somebody else would like, share, and tag. And God began to send it out. And now provoking has become a way of life. And I realized that God said, Laurona, I'm raising up provokers. Yes, I have prayer warriors. Yes, I have preachers, pastors, teachers. He said, but I'm raising up a provoker in you. I want you to provoke them out of the cave, provoke them out of low self-esteem, provoke them out of stagnation. He said, tell your story, stick to your story,
Mm.
and provoke. And I promise you, I say it like this, I may not be for everybody. He told me that. That was a personal conversation that I had with Holy Spirit. He told me that in my bathroom. I'll never forget it. He said, yes, you are correct. You are not for everybody.
Mm.
Yes, everybody is not going to like you, because I was having one of those moments. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
Those
ma'am.
moments of feeling like you can't go forward.
Come
Those
on, girl.
moments of feeling like you can't be received. He said, no, no,
Yes.
no, no. You're not for everybody. But let me tell you this on today, Laurona, you may not be for everybody. Oh, but you're for somebody. And if you concentrate on your somebody's, I came to encourage you on today that eyes have not seen what God would do in your life when you concentrate on your somebody's. So yeah, I messed up and woke up the provoker in me. And I promised myself that the last piece of tape I had over my mouth was the last piece of tape. I'm passing it back to you.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know what to say after that. That's so powerful and it's so amazing.
God did that.
Oh my goodness. I can
God did.
see it.
Only God can take your witty
Mm.
ideas and take them and make. And then I'm going to say it like this. People get offended, but I'm a seed sower, so I can talk about money. I'm a money magnet. I'm okay with that. But only God can take your witty ideas and have it where it turns into wealth. Only God can do that. Only God can take your witty ideas where it'll actually start to heal people. I never thought the word provoked would be such
Ooh.
a word that will hold weight in ministry. God
Mm.
said, I came to do a new thing, and we got to look for him in new ways, new words, new
Yes.
languages. And I'm so excited that he will use somebody like me to change it, to flip the strip and say something new and do something new. I came to provoke. I dare you to provoke.
Oh my goodness. You have just witnessed just a little bit of what's going to take place in March, right? Or what takes place on Tuesdays and Thursdays. This is a phenomenal woman of God. She has so much wisdom, and she just allows God to use her to be able to provoke. I'm sure not just women, even though I know that her ministry is tailored for women, but I know that she's provoking more than just women. She's provoking children. She's provoking men. Oh, and I'm just so excited to have you here. So tell us about your conference that you have coming up, because I am so excited about that.
My pain is pushing me into my purpose. Provoke to Live Again, March 10th through the 13th. I'm so excited. I was coming down the stairs. And of course, I don't want to speak from a place of pity when I tell this story. I speak from a place of power. I've took authority over my life, and I've took authority over what I've been through. And that, let me be clear on this, because we talk crazy sometimes, and we don't make sense. I want to be clear when I say this. I took authority by being healed properly. I took authority by going through the necessary steps to get better. I took authority by taking a break and taking care of me. We've been on a 3-year break with this conference because those are the things that I needed to do. And we also went into a global pandemic. But I was coming down the stairs, and Bishop was washing dishes in the kitchen. And I probably shouldn't have put that plug in, because I don't want people to think I don't do what I'm supposed to do as a wife, because I really do. We just a team. Amen. So he was washing dishes, and he looked up at me and he said, Lady Phelps, you're doing that conference this year, next year. And I knew it was nothing but God speaking through him. It's definitely time. What we've experienced, what we've gone through these last 3 years, and even before then, you know, God gave me this conference and gave me the title Provoke to Live Again, because at some point in life, things happen that'll stop you from moving forward. Things happen that'll stop you from trying again. Things happen that'll stop you from getting up again. And I believe that at the Georgia Convention Center, March the 10th through the 12th, that God is literally going to transform that room to a recovery room. God has already shown me, even when I stepped foot for planning in the building, he said they shall live and not die. This is not just a conference, but it's a recovery room where you'll get your momentum back. Not only will you get your momentum back, healing is going to take place in the natural, spiritually. Relationships are going to be restored. You will get your creative juices to flowing again, even as far as business. Every area concerning the woman, every area concerning even men. I love that my husband does a special day session, Men Hurt Too. We're addressing that as well. So I'm excited about what God is going to do. This is not, listen to this. Yesterday, in 18 days, we have sold over 200 registrations in 18 days.
Oh my God.
I believe that by this weekend, we're going to be at the halfway mark. We're over 200. Our goal is 500. We got a huge space. So as far as COVID, I don't even want to hear the excuses. I tell them like this, and I'm not being insensitive, but as long as the nail shops, hair salons, and malls are still packed, we as believers should not be backing up. And so I'm not backing up. They're applying pressure. I'm applying pressure. We will be following all of the rules that we need to follow to make sure that everyone has a healthy experience. But we're getting ready to go in that recovery room.
All right, I'm gonna be one in the recovery room. So I ask that you join me along with, to come and be a guest of this. We all need a healing in some way or another, and so we need to get there, because listen, she's come to provoke. You guys know me, I come to wow, and it's all about encouraging and inspiring people and motivating people to get on their road to greater. You got to be recovered in order to get on your road to greater. So I encourage you, highly encourage you. I've seen her in action. I've seen her in a conference where we had the Mocha Mental Magic conference last year, and it was put on. Mocha Mental Magic is something that is the baby of my mentor, Stephanie Hughes, licensed marriage and family therapist. She is just awesome all around. And Lady Laurona was our keynote speaker, and she actually blew the roof off the place. So listen, you need to be here in the recovery room, March the 10th through the 12th. So get your ticket. Lady Laurona, how can they get a ticket to this?
You can go to Laurona Phelps, Laurona, Laurona, Phelps, Phelps, LauronaPhelps.com. And it's an easy process. We have evangelists. I know you didn't ask me this part. I do know how to follow directions. connections. But I
Okay.
have to talk about the provoker evangelist Latrice Ryan,
Of
and
course.
also out of Memphis, Tennessee, and also prophetess Danielle Jean
Okay.
out of South Florida. So we're excited. So many surprises. I haven't announced all the speakers yet. But yes, to get back to your original question, you can go to lauronaphelps.com.
Awesome, awesome. And listen, I saw a post. I think it was on Instagram. Not for sure if you made the post on Facebook, but you even have some amazing door prizes or prizes that's in store for. Did I see a Louis Vuitton?
Yes, you did. Yes, an authentic Louis Vuitton bag. Don't
Oh,
say it
okay,
like my mother said, Louis Vuitton bag. Yes,
awesome.
we are. And that's not it. And that comes from simply just sitting at a table. With registration, there is a place to say who referred you. So if you gather 9 friends and seat a table or tables, the one who seats the most table will walk away with that beautiful, never full Louis Vuitton bag. But we're also giving away so many. I love Bishop and I love to give. We are
Mhm.
givers. And so that day will be a day, the actual Provokers private luncheon on that Saturday. You have to be registered on that Saturday in order to attend that luncheon. Now, I think it is important for me to say this. On Thursday and Friday night, I would never charge anyone to come to church. Never in charge anyone to come to worship service, rather. On Thursday and Friday nights, it is free to the public. Gather everybody and come and be provoked to live again.
Awesome. So awesome. I am so excited about being in attendance at the conference. And I'm so super excited to that you have chosen to take time out of your busy schedule to come and talk to the Wow Wish Only Well listeners here today. Thank you so much for your time. And I just want to see if you have any words that you want to offer the guests. To offer to our viewers before we get out of here. And also, don't forget to tell them how to just connect, to stay connected, and how they can see them provoke those provoking moments that you do on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
All righty. Thank you again for the opportunity. It's amazing what God is doing in your life. And I speak God's speed over you. Again, I speak God's speed over you. You keep going. It's contagious. Your smile is contagious. And it has been an honor to be with you today. You all can follow me on Facebook Live. It's not hard. I am Laurona Phelps on Facebook Live. I am Lady Laurona Phelps on Instagram. And none of my pages are private. It is easy to follow me, though I cannot accept any friend requests. You can follow me on those platforms. It would be an honor for you to join me in our provoking moments. If I had a few words to leave you with, even on my provoking moments, even when I forget, it bothers me. And it's so funny. And I give a quick testimony. I'm getting ready to go. I was in the grocery store before my son's death. And this just me. This is my wittiness and this is who I am. And the lady gave me my money. She said, "Have a good day." I said, "You have a good day too. I love you." And the lady looked at me like I was crazy. And I was like, "Oh my God, I just told a complete stranger that I loved him." But you know what? I realized that is just who I am. And I
Yes,
love people. And if
right.
I had words to leave with you today, I want you to know that I love you and God loves you too. God bless you.
Oh, so awesome. Listen, guys, you've heard it from the lady herself, Lady Laurona Phelps, the ultimate provoker, as I call her, the boss Christian chick. I would even just encourage you to just go to her website. She has some phenomenal apparel there. You can get a copy of her book. You can register for the conference. Just follow her. She's phenomenal. I don't know what else to say other than the fact that this woman is phenomenal. She's a powerhouse. And so I just encourage you to follow her. I look forward to seeing you in the near future. It's always an honor and a pleasure to be before you in your actual present. You're just as humble and just as kind in person as you present to be here today. Again, again, thank you. And listen, was listeners, viewers. I get listeners and viewers because God has blessed me with two things at one time, and it definitely was a suddenly for me. So I have a radio show and a TV show. So I ask that you tune in to Wild Wish Only Well radio TV show tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we will see you again next week here for Wild Wish Only Well live TV show. We have another special guest that will be visiting. Will stop by the studios, another awesome woman, and so that I am connected to. So I look forward to that. Follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. And as always, guys, you know what we do on Wednesdays. Wednesdays is a good day to wow somebody. And by wow, I mean to wish only well. So help me wish all across the world. Thank you.